So, as you saw probably from the last video, if you have seen that, I would recommend check it out, by the way. We have some really cool today. We have 2 pygmy goats, and it's a complete new thing for me. They're really awesome, something completely brand new, and they're so cool. I better show them. They're not happy yesterday because the vet had to come and put their ear tags in because they didn't have that. Excuse the hair. They're freshly cut, you know. Finally been able to have a haircut, but the vet came today, put the tags in the ears because they didn't have those in, which is a bit annoying, but they're done. They were screaming a lot. It's quite funny, really. And then they've also had their vaccinations, which they should have had, but you know, it's all fine. They're doing well. They're quite happy. I just stood on a bumblebee. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I better show you them now. Something cool though, today we had loads of snow. I got about 6:30, 7ish to come out here, sort them out this morning, because I came about 7:30 yesterday, and Henry, one of the goats, was whacking his head on the door to get out. So yeah, that was what happened. But yeah, I'll show you them. They're really cool. We've got 2 castrated male pygmy goats. They're awesome. Yeah, and I'll tell you the ages and that sort of thing when I show you them. So here we are then. Here we have the 2 fellas in question. This one here is Henry. He's a bit bigger. He's 6 days older. Here he is. He's awesome. I really like him. He's like brown with black stripe with his new ear tags. I'll try and zoom in. He's got nice blue and yellow ear tags he had put in today. He was very loud, very screamy. And then behind him we have Oscar, who's a bit smaller. He is 16 weeks, and Henry here is 17. But Henry was born on, I think, the 4th of January. Look at him, he's already 4. And then Oscar the 10th of January. So they're doing really well. They've got little horns. They're very cute. And they like their food a lot. Like, by a lot, I mean a lot. But yeah, like I said, we had lots of snow. It was crazy. The whole sky was white. Everything was white. Everything covered in snow. And it was literally, the snow was coming down so heavily. It was crazy. So I came out here this morning all dressed up for the coldest day ever, basically. And they're fast asleep in their thing. Take them out, give them some food, that sort of thing, and go home. But I came back, probably like 3 hours later, that sort of thing. Once they'd done whatever, I came back there, fast asleep in their shed. And then the vet came and they did not like that. But they're very funny. I've got to show you some things because I have seen them go on the climbing frame behind me just here. They did go on that. I'll go and show you that now. But it is so cool because I came out here, I was just walking around here, and then they just started climbing on here. They pooed on it, obviously, because there's poo everywhere. They're so cool though. I mean, it is so cool. And then obviously there's some tyres as well. So this is their climbing frame, obviously, and when they came on, that's what's left over the snow, really. There's a bit more over the house in the corner by then, but this is what we've got going on. It was a bit slippy this morning. They climbed up here. Very nice specimen of poop. Yeah, they did that. Henry tried to climb up here, and yeah, he kind of slipped at it because it was very slippery, still quite wet and icy. But yeah. And then, oh yes, there's some tyres as well, and I want to get some more pallets to make another climbing thing. But this is pretty solid. It's not going anywhere. I haven't seen them on this yet or anything to do with over here. I haven't really seen them on the climbing frame around at the back there on the shed. They do like the trees. There's like one tree that had some branches sticking through. They could reach to it over here, and it's just gone. It's done for. They've eaten it all. And I'll take you through the stuff we've got going on over there as well. But this tree here, I was talking to the vet though, and all the trees around here are fine for them to eat really, but literally that's all that's left of this tree. I mean, they're not tall enough to reach these branches, but everything down here is gone. There's just a branch left. They'll literally eat anything. They just go around eating all the grass and stuff. But there's their food bowl. Didn't show it in the last video sort of thing. It's just drying out because they pooed in it, and then they left some stuff in it that then got dried, so I had to clean out, so it's just going to dry out for a bit. Their water bucket moved out of the way, and this is work in progress. Hopefully next video we're going to basically make these into windbreaks so they have a bit more cover in here. And I did have their food bowl here, but I think I might start feeding them out a bit because there's a lot of poo. I mean, by a lot of poo, I mean a lot of poo. And then obviously their hay net, which I'll put in the shed at night as well. I need to drill a hole in for that, but there isn't much hay in here because I didn't really want to overdo it and waste it. They've been eating a bit, but I haven't eaten too much yet. But I think that's just because they're settling in, and everything's very muddy and stuff, but they're really cool. But it was really cool in the vet's came because we put their tags in. I was like holding on to Henry for a bit, and he was like wriggling. He was wriggling. They put it in, and then she just screamed so loudly. You hear goat screams. It's literally like that when they get their ears tagged. So it's a bit like a ear piercing gun. They have the tags on each thing, just go on their ears, and they kind of yelp for a bit, and then they're quiet. It's quite funny, really. They weren't impressed with it, but they also had their vaccination as well. But yeah, that's quite funny. I'll see how much closer I can get. They're still a bit cautious of me, as you can see. He's kind of backing off a bit. I'm not too far away from them, but they'll walk up to me. It's just if I walk up to them, they'll run off a bit. But look, they're just going through, seeing what they can nibble. They literally ate a bramble bush that was growing over there. It's gone. It's gone forever. I mean, they haven't eaten nettles, which is interesting because, you know, I just want to be careful with those. They haven't eaten those at all. Yeah, so they're crazy. They'll eat anything. They don't really like apples. Like apples and carrots, they just turn their nose up to. But I think that was just because they're settling in, brand new sort of thing. So we're going to try that again in a future video, which would be quite cool. See if they want to eat those, or some pears or something we can give them. I think we can give them most things, so we could try like parsnip or something like that. Maybe next weekend we can grab some because I'm having a roast dinner. Should be nice. But yeah, I'll probably come back later and do those things. I don't know if I'll film it for this video, but I could or could not, I don't know. So yeah, I need to drill in just a screw on the inside to put the hay net in on, well, when it's at night. And also I need to, well, I don't necessarily need to put the hay net in, sorry. I don't necessarily need to put the hay net in, but I can. And I did put the water bucket and the food bucket in last night just because we came back late. We were out doing something and we came back late. It was dark, they were just in the shed. So that was cool. We left there, and then I came in this morning. Not only was it freezing cold, lots of snow, they're asleep, but they'd also pooed in the water and the food bowl, so I had to go up to the trough and clean those out. Basically, tip out what was in there, clean them out, and then fill the water bucket back up and bring it back. Bearing in mind the trough is a good trek to the other side of the paddock, so you know that is what it is, but it's pretty cool. So I'll keep you updated on how they are doing, because like my first goats, they're so cool, and I'm really grateful I did do this. And there is space in here for more, but that's a future thing. I don't want to be thinking or looking for new goats already, bearing in mind I just bought 2. So they're definitely really cool, and basically subscribe if you're interested in them, notifications, that sort of thing, because I'll be posting videos about these hopefully almost every week, because we've obviously got the fish stuff going on, but I think these are what going to take up a lot of my time at the moment for videos and that sort of thing, because there's so much we need to do with them. And yeah, that's really cool. I'll come back later, should wrap up the video then. I think we'll give them a few hours, got to go and have some lunch, a bit hungry, and yeah, we'll come back and see what they are up to. One cool thing though, because we bought them back in a dog crate in the back of the car, which was certainly interesting. I got a video, some photos or whatever, I'll put in up in the corner or something of them, and it was really cool bringing them back there, because we went on a long journey to go and get them, and we were coming back and we're going to begin with like through small windy roads, that sort of thing. They were just like sat in the crate doing the fun thing, and then we were like on the motorway going home, and Henry, the brown one, he stood up. This was quite entertaining. He kind of just stood up as we were going. I was like sat next to the crate, so I was like watching them to make sure they were alright, that sort of thing. And he just stood up and went for the biggest we ever seen, and then just went to the loo as well, and then just lay straight back down there, because they had some like newspaper, and then they had hay on top of that, just so it's like a bit more comfortable and absorb any wee or whatever. It just goes into like, they literally pushed it all to the side and then just went and lay straight in it, which is quite entertaining, to be honest. It looks like they're going back in the shed, so I might go and see. I've got like a leaf here, well, a twig from their favourite tree of leaves, and I might go and see if they want to eat some. They might run off screaming because of the vet, but we kind of caught them while they're in there, so I'll go and see if they want that, because it would be pretty cool if they did. I have had to strap this back together because it keeps getting knocked over. Like last night it was pretty much collapsed when I came over, so I literally just unattached it from everything and laid it down on the ground, but I've string it all back up, and we're gonna basically make this into a windbreak hopefully tomorrow. Probably won't film it, but I'll film the outcome or something. But look, there he is. Look at his face, it's so funny. He's going to hide behind us. Hang on, let me see. If I go around this way, they might run off into the field and then get a better look at them running maybe. See, look, ready? Here they are. They might run off now. Or they'll just walk around and around. They're still a bit unsure, but look at him. His face is so funny. I'm not sure it's showing up too well because of the shadows, but his face is so funny. He's like, Off he goes. He is funny though because he's got like the 3 black legs and the black paws, whereas Oscar's pretty much just got black legs. Look at them, they're just doing loops. Look at the face. So to wrap today's video up, we're going to feed the fellas. They've seen me, and the plan is, you can see I've moved the food bowl over there. It's all dried out and I hopefully haven't food in it, but if I start feeding them here, it basically reduces the amount of poo outside the thing. It makes it a little bit easier. So yeah, that's what we're going to feed them. I don't know if they'll come over straight away, but we've got our food in our box, the right amount, so we just take the lid off and bring them over. Hopefully if we start shaking the food, they'll come over, but look at them. I literally shook the food once and they're over. Ready? Look. Here they come. Ready? You gonna have some before we put it in the box? Ready? See, look at them, look at them. Ah! Come on then, come on boys. I'm hoping they're just following me now, look at them. Come on. Alright, let's do this. Come on. They're following me. There we go. That'll do them. And now they eat. Right, we'll leave them to it while they get on with that. I think I probably didn't spread out enough, but we'll leave them to do that quickly. We've got to fix this because Henry's been headbutting it again. I watched him earlier. He like probably walloped it over and then it kind of fell over, so I had to tie it up a bit better. But yeah, he was also stood on it, which was unhelpful. But look at them now. Very happy. I want to start like when feeding them now, stroking them as well, so they get used to me and that sort of thing. Because they only really follow me if I've got food, and if I keep going over here with the food, and obviously they'll be quite happy with that. Look at them. I think this is the best part. Yeah, it's very bright though. It's 5:30 or so, no, just out there. So I'm going to leave them to it. I'm going to do one little thing while they do that, and yes, that'll be that. So thank you so much for watching, and it's been an eventful video. I did get them a few days ago, just so you know, and this video is coming out a few days after, and it's all pre-recorded and that sort of thing. But they're doing really well. I'm really happy that we've got them. They're looking really good, and they love their food. That's really what I have to say with all this. They love their food and the tree, because they're trying to eat the tree again. It's quite funny. As soon as they ate their food from there, they were quite happy with it there. They then ran off to the bucket and had a drink, and now they're trying to eat the tree, which is cool. But if you have enjoyed, please do like and subscribe, that sort of thing. Post notifications on if you want to stay up to date with goat videos, that sort of thing. And we'll make a playlist down below, I think, as well, which we can link somewhere, or just check the channel out for that, because there's we have them all in order, that sort of thing, of when we got them, that sort of thing. So next video we need to work on their house. Gonna make them some cool like windbreak type things, and I think that's it. And then we're gonna try them with apples and carrots, I think, and pears and other things in a future video, because I gave them some and they just didn't like it. They turned their nose, I was like, no, I'm not eating that. So we're going to try that. Hopefully that should be a good video as well. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.